If it's Monday, it's time for bagels and business for breakfast. Good morning. It's bagels and business for breakfast. Hi, Yvonne.
Hello, Sharon. Hello to our listeners. I'm so happy to be here this morning, Sharon.
Me too, but I woke up really early, so I'm a little sleepy, but business is always booming.
Yes, every day, every day.
So, if you've been following our trajectory, we've been talking about business formation, we've been talking about business planning, launching your business, and now we're into managing your business. And when you start managing your business, you're probably about to hire some employees. This can be This
Woo.
can be pretty challenging. Remember the days when you were working for somebody and an employee and the pain you caused other people? Well, guess what? Just kidding.
Oh my goodness. Now I think it's the other way around, Sharon. So I
Yeah.
can't wait to see how today's gonna go.
So, first of all, you really need a plan. You need to sit down and think about the positions that you need, how many employees you can afford to hire, and whether you want them to be your direct employees or if you want to contract out to get employees. You need to, of course, have the basics that we've talked about, your EIN number, your state or local ID number for tax purposes, because you're not going to hire employees legitimately unless you have your paperwork in place. We don't want to see you on the news with them kicking your door in and all the little employees are running out because they not registered.
Right.
So again, I want to talk about whether you want contract employees or employees that work for you. For me, in my mind, for the Business Vision and Development Center, it really depends on what the duty is. So some duties I will want contracted out, and some of the benefits of a contracted employee is that somebody else has to deal with their health and medical and workers' comp and retirement plans. And so all you have to do is pay them their hourly wage or whatever their salary is, and off you go and give them a 1099 at the end of the year. Whereas if you have an employee of your own, then you got to start thinking about benefits and all the things that come with having your own employee. But the benefit of that is it's sort of like they're yours. They're yours to groom, even though they can leave whenever they want. It's a different relationship when they belong to the company or your business. What you think about contracted versus your own employee or your own staff?
Do I get to be honest and share exactly what I think about it, Sharon?
Yes.
So the part that I'm going to speak to, because we've spoken to plenty of business owners, and we know that things have definitely changed when we're hiring staff. So what I like about the difference with the employee versus the contractor, well, with my contractor, if you're not providing the services that are required, it's definitely easier to let you go. So as a business owner, that's what I like about that. Now, I like the fact that if I contracted you, then that means you should definitely have the expertise that's needed for the service provided. But also, if you don't, versus if I hire an employee who, and who told me they had that expertise, And and now I found out I have to train you to do what you told me that you could do. And now I have different, depending on what state we're in, we can't just get rid of people.
Girl, you got to put them on a performance plan, a
Yeah.
probation period for 10 years, and work them up from a level 1 to a level 10. Oh my Lord.
Yes.
You just made my mind.
I'm just saying it is an option. We love to have employees, but we do, the bottom line, a business owner wants the commitment of getting the job done, and sometimes that's not always the case with our employees because for some reason, Sharon, especially since COVID, when I've spoken to other business owners, they are having a lot of turnover because they said that the employees do not want to work. They don't want to do what you tell them to do.
And they know they can just jump from job to job to job because there is no, it's just a whole bunch of holes in the workforce.
Mm-hmm. And there's no loyalty to the business.
No, and you're right, unless you're paying astronomical wages where we don't have astronomical revenue pouring in, it really is a difficult situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be the one that poo-poos on hiring employees, but it is a job in itself. So in order to hire employees, you're going to really need to hire a HR director. You're going to need to hire a payroll director who can be in charge of your benefits. You got to worry about holidays, leave schedules, sick leave, pension. It's just so, the list just, you can't see my little cards, but the list goes on and on. Payroll systems, all kinds of things. But then, excuse me, when you look at it, when you hire from a contractor, that contractor over there is doing that because they have the employees to give to you. So we know it's not impossible.
Right. It's not. It's not. But so something else I like to share, Sharon, when people are thinking about, because like you said, the most important thing is planning, and we've talked about that plenty of times, what it takes to plan, and that's in deciding who you need for your employees too. And like you mentioned earlier, Sharon, different positions may require different types of employees. The thing I want to remind our audience to think about too, Sharon, is when you have employees, you definitely want to have like an orientation package together for your new employees. And in your plan, make sure you plan on how you're going to train your employees and keep them relevant in their jobs as well.
Yeah, because you got to deal with, you've got to onboard them. You've got to set schedules. You got to have payroll and pay periods that coincide with IRS. So you're not paying them off cycle and everything's getting mixed up. You have got to be very well organized. I believe. Now I've seen people who aren't well organized, and every time it's time for payroll, they scrambling to figure out what's what and writing checks, and all of that, when it should be in the beginning, there may be a few bumps and bruises, but as it goes along, you should have systems in place. And they do have some automated systems for employee hiring. And that's a learning curve if you're not, the best in technology, but like with anything else, they're experts in everything, right?
Yes.
So what I would say, if you did desire to hire an employee, start small. Start with, a receptionist or a admin person or even practice on yourself. Act like you're hiring yourself and go through the process. What does it look like?
And Sharon, I just like to add, especially for startups and newer businesses, make sure you include yourself as to get, to be that employee getting paid too.
That's right, Yvonne. That was good. That's key.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay yourself, which means you have to be disciplined. You can't just at the end of the week, whatever's left in the cash register, that's going to be your salary, because that's not going to work. You should have something set so that way you know what you need and you can work towards that. So there are some really finite rules you need with hiring an employee. And my suggestion would be, if you're not in the HR realm in terms of payroll and processing and those kind of things, find yourself an expert. It's one thing to be an HR specialist that can send you over somewhere to look for something than somebody who's a master or a subject matter expert in a particular area that you need.
Yes.
But with growth comes staff.
Yes.
And with staff comes people that you can hire to handle things.
That's right. So keep growing.
Yeah, keep growing up, scale up. So
yes.
Thank you. Anything else, Yvonne, you'd like to add today?
No, nothing other than I don't know. I just want to remind our business owners, just treat your employees good. When you get employees, yes, you want to make the money and it's important to make money, but just know that when you have the morale and you earn the loyalty of your employees, you get a lot more done and it'd be a lot better for everybody.
You got that right.
That's it.
So we'll see you on the other side. Don't forget, if you want to join us on Bagels and Business for breakfast, send us a topic. We'll get you scheduled and we'll see you on the other side. And don't forget to go to our YouTube channel and like, share, and subscribe.
Today. Do it now.
Like, share, and subscribe.